This week we're going to look at how you can take a Timex that costs $25 and make it look like a MVMT or Daniel Wellington that costs over $100 more than that. Today we're looking at the Timex Fairfield. Hey everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at the Timex Fairfield, and this is a watch that I got from my little sister for Christmas, and she saw, actually I have an MVMT watch that she saw and fell in love with and said she wanted something like that. So I was looking around, I didn't have a lot of money to spend, so I came across a Timex Fairfield, and this is a watch that looked very similar to the MVMT watch that I had. Very simple, clean dial, kind of minimalist look. And these watches, they retail for around $70, $80 is the normal price you'll see them for. But this one had just a really ugly kind of rainbow colored NATO strap, and I think because of that reason on Amazon it had dropped, the price had dropped all the way down to $26. And this is a strategy that I kind of use a lot. You can find some great watches on terrible straps and get a great deal, and you can swap out the strap for, you know, maybe like $10 or something. So that's what I did. I picked up this Fairfield Timex Fairfield watch for her, bought a new leather strap for it, and just totally changed the whole look of the watch. And now it looks I think every bit as good as like an MVMT, similarly priced, and it has a lot of advantages even over it. The Timex has the Indiglo feature, which is just amazing. That's one of the biggest drawbacks to my MVMT watch, is there's absolutely no lume on it, so once it gets dark you can't read it at all. But because Timex has the Indiglo, you could really read it real easily in the dark. So let's go ahead and take a look at the some of the looks in it, maybe a side-by-side or two to compare it quickly with the MVMT, and you can see what I'm talking about. The one we're going to be looking at today is the 37mm version. They have a 41mm version that's comparably priced. So you can kind of do the same thing with that one. Find if you want more of the larger size, you can find a 41mm on kind of an ugly strap. Swap the strap out for $10, $15. And yeah, again, I think it looks every bit as good as an MVMT or like a Daniel Wellington or something like that, and you're getting it for well under half the cost. So let's take a look at that. All right, so here we have the Fairfield on the left and the MVMT on the right. Make that comparison real quick. As you can see, they're very similar looking watches. The Fairfield is a little bit softer, a little bit rounder on the hands and on the indices, but both of them have applied indices. Both of them have very simple, clean, minimalist dials. Very nice looks on both watches, and I would say very comparable between the two. But again, the Fairfield is priced much lower than the MVMT. Here's the measurements. This one has a 37mm case. There is a 41mm version, which I would recommend for men's sizes. 12mm thick. The 41mm larger one is actually thinner, which is nice. 30m water resistance, 18mm band, and Indiglo lighting. So here's the watch up close. Again, you can see it's a very clean look. Those indices are applied, so they kind of raise up above the dial a little bit, which is nice. The hands have a very kind of rounded look, which is sort of unique to the Fairfield. I haven't seen many other watches with that shape hands, but that kind of differentiates it a little bit. But yeah, very, very easy to read, very minimalist, just really clean watch, I think. Has a stainless steel case back, which is nice for when it gets a little bit damp. The case is very high polish metal, and looks pretty sharp. But again, looking at it from the top, you can't really see much of the bezel at all. And there's the crown, and the crown is how you activate the Indiglo. When you push that in, it lights up, which we'll try and do here. But no, can't really see that outside because it's too bright. Let's go ahead and go inside, and we'll take a better look. Okay, so I got it set up next to the MVMT again, and I'm going to shut the lights out in a minute. You'll see when I do that you won't be able to see anything on either watch. Both of them are completely lacking in any sort of lume on the hands or the hour markers. But the Indiglo on the Fairfield, when you press that crown, is going to light up the entire dial and make it completely visible. So you can use that any time of the night. It doesn't wear out. It's not like regular lume where, you know, after it's been a few hours, it gets really weak. So it's a great feature for that. Yeah, just one last look through it before we try and get some wrist shots. I think this watch is great for a lot of situations. You can use it with a more casual outfit, but it will also dress up and be fine for business, or if you wear suits or nicer occasions. So you can kind of really wear this watch almost any occasion, I mean, other than like exercising or something like that. Let's go ahead and get some wrist shots. So my sister here is going to demonstrate it for us and show us what it looks like. Again, as you can see, she's dressed pretty casually today, but the watch still matches really well. And yeah, it's just a really kind of comfortable, easy to wear piece. Get the dog out of here. Okay, and there's a little bit more close-up look of it on the wrist. So you can see it fits really nicely. Again, it's very comfortable, easy to wear, and just overall great design, I think. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back and wrap up. All right, so that's my review of the Timex Fairfield. Thanks for watching, guys. Please, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. And yeah, keep following along as I try and put together the ultimate watch collection, one cheap watch at a time. Again, this has been the review of the Timex Fairfield. Stay tuned next week where we'll take a look at some other affordable watches and see if we can check off all the boxes, fill in all the gaps, and put together a really great collection on a tight budget. So thanks again for watching.